Hello, besties. Oh my goodness, it has been so long. Um, we're gonna start 2024 the same way I tried to start 2022. 2023, as most of you know, if you don't know, hi, I'm Amanda. 2023 was filled with a lot of chaos. My husband is in the military. He's active duty Army, and we moved from Fort Sill, Oklahoma to Grafenwehr, Germany. So there wasn't a whole lot of extra money because we were trying to hoard money in an attempt to make the move easier so that we didn't have to wait for military reimbursements and all of that kind of stuff in order to get the things that we needed. So we saved a whole buttload of money. No, not a whole buttload. I think by the time we moved, we had about $11,000. And that was to, furnish the new house. And, well, because it was bigger, we needed new beds for the kids and some, storage, because I don't know if you know a lot about European houses, but they don't, have closets and things like that for storage. So, and please don't mind my sniffles, I apologize. So, yeah, we needed storage and new beds for the kids. We had to purchase a used car once we got here. There was just a whole bunch of high expense purchases that needed to be made. But now we've kind of settled in. We got here in June, and we are going to kind of go through our plan for 2024. My husband and I recently sat down, and I'll go through this in a video. I would show you my face, but it's early here and I'm a hot mess. We had COVID last week, or the week of Christmas, and it's still kicking my butt. I'm testing negative, but it's been rough. But anyway, my husband and I went through how much debt we have, and we have roughly $15,000 worth of consumer type debt, which, I mean, that number is achievable to pay off. We had it from before we moved. That's partly why we were just hoarding money, because we didn't want to have to put the move on a credit card. But yeah, kids are back in school after winter break. Husband is back at work today. He'll be home in a few hours for his lunch. Figured I had a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and maybe kind of introduce you to our new binders. Again, sorry for the sniffles. I really do apologize. And if you hear my TV, it's really quiet in this house because the walls are made of concrete, and I like having sound. So the TV's on up in the living room. I am in my craft room in the basement. So first of all, I have all my little binders, and they're already all set, ready to go. I will be doing a digital budgeting because we just have the one car. Sorry, I'm still here. We just have the one car, and it makes it challenging for me to get to the bank, because the only day I have access to the car is Saturday, unless I want to wake up before the sun and take my husband to work at 5:30 in the morning. I don't want to do that. So I am reusing my same binders that I've had, reusing envelopes. Binders aren't going to match, envelopes aren't going to all be the same, but we're working with what we have, because that's what you do when you're trying to pay off debt and save money and all that stuff. So first we have our high priority for the humans, and that's going to be our emergency fund. We kind of have a little nest egg built up in our savings account. We have about $3,000 in there. I'm trying to leave it there until we get some debt paid off, or until we get enough to make a large payment on one of the debts. I think one of them we owe like somewhere around $3,000. So once we get just a little bit more, because I don't want to completely wipe it out. So right now we have technically an emergency fund, but it's kind of earmarked for debt payoff. If that happens. Just one second, I gotta pause you. That cough, y'all, is terrible. Next is my envelope for things that I need or spending money for me. I don't really need a whole lot. I am pretty low maintenance. I've had the same wardrobe for, oh my goodness, probably like adding things here or there, but I've probably worn the same like clothes for about 6 years. So yeah, I'm gonna need to update some things, and yeah. And then my husband's, again, these are old envelopes that have been used for basically the same thing, anything that he needs. Aurora is my daughter, and all of these are empty, by the way. The military assigns people to move you, and I didn't want all of these envelopes to be filled with cash, because not saying that people who moved us are untrustworthy, but people in general are typically untrustworthy, and I didn't want, you know, $1,000 to go missing and not have a record of it. So then comes my son Zach. He is, my daughter is 12, she'll be 13 this June. My son Zachary is 16, he'll be 17 in August. But yeah, that's for them, like their extra spending money that they get on top of chore money if there's something that they need for school or an event or a trip or school thing. I don't know, you know. I'm out of practice, y'all. Give me some grace, please. Then food. Typically our grocery money doesn't get budgeted like weekly or pulled out weekly. So this will just be to do like a big restock once or twice a year. Like refilling the freezers with vegetables and meats, and we don't have a whole lot of storage for cans and things like that. So we'll be utilizing our freezers a lot this year, or the next 2.5 years. And this one is, I haven't made a label or anything yet, but I've made the tracker back here. But this one is going to be medical, because Germany, most German doctors are out of network. This should really say like dental, but like we just had to pay $40 per person for our eye exam, and I don't know how dental is going to work here, so I just want to have a little bit built up and saved in here for things like that, like the eye exam thing. We'll get reimbursed for it, for the eye exam at least. I've just got to file the claim, but it'd be nice to have a little bit like stocked up. And medical can also be like for times like last week when we all had the Ronas and needed cold medicine and tissues and all of that kind of stuff. So that's what that one's going to be for. Additional fuel, because we are American citizens here on a status of forces agreement, we pay like the American price for fuel here. Right now it's it's hovering around $4 a gallon plus or minus a quarter. But that's if we get gas on post. If we travel anywhere, my desk, my husband put it on risers. Sorry, squirrel moment. Husband put it on risers so it sits up a little higher and it wiggles. So I very much apologize if it seems like you're wiggling, but everything's wiggling with you. So, but if we go off post to get fuel, like here in February, my husband has to go to Landstuhl for an ortho appointment. If we need to put gas in the car, we'll probably have to go to somewhere off post and pay either German prices or load money onto an SO card and try to find an SO station. So that's basically what this is for, because fuel is just stays in the bank for when we need it. I am not a zero-based budgeter. I will be pulling a certain amount of money, a percentage of the money we have left over, because things come up and I want to be able to have access to the money and not need to go to the bank and transfer things and all that stuff. So that's just my personal way to do it. I understand, I already said I'm going to be a digital budgeter, but the money is going into a higher yield savings account than my regular bank. All right, moving on. This one is for out to eat. There are a crap ton of restaurants around here that I want to try. They've got, I mean, there's most likely restaurants like that all over the United States, but they've got like the Korean places and German, obviously, German food places, and you know, when we travel or when we just don't want to cook on a Friday or Saturday, we can just pull the money from the account and go have dinner. There's a really good Indian place here. They have the best vegetable biryani. It's so good. Right, that's that one. Our other higher priority, that one deals most with like the humans. Not saying this doesn't deal with humans, but this one is more things. So Christmas is a high priority, but we don't usually start saving for this until toward the end of the year. My kids have summer birthdays, like I said earlier, and I'm just checking my time. I've got y'all on my watch. So we usually start saving after my son's birthday in August. Army stuff, my husband is a warrant officer in the Army, and you know, they put together gifts for people for hail and farewells. And it would be nice to just have a little bit of money. Plus, if he gets any additional ribbons or needs something done to his uniform, that money will be in here accumulating so that he can do that and we don't have to budget for it. Household is going to be for things for the house, obviously. Good job. Things like laundry soap, paper towels, toilet paper. I know most people put those in their grocery budget, but if I don't have to, it makes me feel better. So things that the entire house will use outside of groceries. So yeah, like I said, toilet paper, paper towel. We've cut back on using paper towel a lot because storage. Paper towels are large. I still use it to like clean up animal messes if they get sick on the floor or whatever. My cat has been eating the Christmas tree and he's driving me nuts. The artificial Christmas tree. He's driving me nuts with how much he gets sick on the floor because he has too many fake needles in his gut. Travel. Since we're here in Germany, travel will be a little easier. We won't have to pay the international flight rates, really. Technically, it'll be international. If we go to like Norway or England or, you know, wherever, technically it's international, but it's a shorter distance, so it won't quite be as much money. So we're gonna save for travel. Outdoors, we don't have a whole lot of space because we technically live in military housing. It's off-post military housing that we live in. So we're not confined by like the gates or the fences of on post. But the military still owns our house and they take our housing allowance every month to pay for the rent and utilities here. But yeah, there's a whole lot to do outdoors. A lot of it's free because you can kind of just go wherever the hell you want, as long as it's not fenced in. There's people that stop on the side of the road. There's sidewalks everywhere. But yeah, we've seen cars on the side of very narrow roads and no people in them. So like in a wooded area. So I'm assuming they're hiking. I don't know. This is our miscellaneous fund or buffer, I guess, for if we go over on any of these things. Pretty self-explanatory. Hobbies. I haven't found a hobby that I really jive with aside from, you know, making videos. So I'm trying a lot of hobbies out. My sister gifted me some Tunisian crochet hooks for Christmas. And my husband does 3D printing stuff. My son has, for Christmas, he had gotten some Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, like the little figurines, and we gifted him paint and paintbrushes so he can start painting them. And my daughter is one of those kids that likes to stay busy. So she's kind of like me, I guess, in the regard that she wants to try everything. So that's what this will go for, is, you know, trying a new hobby or funding a current hobby. This one is for vet bills. We have a dog and a cat over here that came with us. It was kind of expensive to get them all ready to go. Good thing is, the only thing they should need when we go back is updated rabies shot. To get here, we had to have them microchipped and all of their vaccines updated, but to get back to the States, I think it's just rabies. So, and my dog needs his teeth cleaned. His breath is rank. That's a stinky dog. Shoot. So those are the two higher priority ones. Those might get a little more money, or will get stuffed before a lower priority. What does this have in it? Does this have important things? Yes. Again, like I said earlier, my husband said I needed new clothes, so he made me have a shopping envelope. But this could be for anything, like Christmas markets, or if we go to Nuremberg, or Biden has a mall, a little town near us. We can just go shopping if we need something to do on a rainy weekend and there's nothing to really do outside. This one is for family fun. There's a Chuck E. Cheese type place near here, and there's a pool that's open in the summer that you have to purchase a membership for. They also do the MWR. I can't think of what it's called. I don't know what, it's MWR, but I'm not sure what it stands for. Morale, Welfare, and Recreation, maybe, I want to say. He's been in 14 and a half years, and I still don't know these things. I apologize. But yeah, they do trips, and it's like a discounted price. They provide travel. All you usually have to have is a passport. We just got our passports to the tune of $595 for all four of us, but we got them. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, that came out of the money we had saved and earmarked to come here. Because that I'll dive into that in another video. This one, so far I've been recording for 18 minutes. But yeah, that's what this one's for like any MWR trips that we can take as a family, or, you know, whatever. Beauty, my daughter, like I said, is 12. She'll be 13 this year. She has gone through all of her makeup and all of my makeup, because I do makeup on like special occasions. If we've got a unit event to go to, I'll throw on some concealer because my face thinks it's a 15-year-old boy. So lots of breakouts and all of that fun crap, even though I'm 39, y'all. It's ridiculous. I'm done. But yeah, so for beauty supplies, makeup, facial cleansers, moisturizers, eye patches, or under eye patches, not eye patches. That would be weird. That would be out of medical. I apologize, you guys. I'm not awake yet. Self-care is pretty self-explainable. Is that the right word? Whatever. Car maintenance is also obviously for car maintenance. Since we've been here in the car that we purchased, we have put a new battery in it. My husband's getting the oil change tomorrow, and we just bought a new headlight for the car. So, because it was out. So, car maintenance is going to be a thing. Hosting, we don't really do a whole lot of hosting. We had a friend or a colleague of my husband's over for Thanksgiving. He's a single soldier. But yeah, we don't do a whole lot of hosting, so this might be capped and done pretty quickly. But it's just nice to have a little bit of money earmarked for if my husband decides he wants to have a little barbecue and invite someone over. Tattoo, I have one tattoo I need to finish, which is this one. There you go. I decided I'm going to do my, if you don't know, I'm going to do my Patronus, which is a Siberian cat. Yes, I'm a nerd and I know. And then the rest of it, I'm going to fill it in with Nagini. So I have Gryffindor colors, Hufflepuff colors, I'll have Ravenclaw colors, and Slytherin colors. So I just got to finish it. But that costs money, so we're going to save a little bit at a time for that. Pets is going to be for pet food, pet toys, treats, cat litter, all of that stuff. This is going to be my buffer. This savings challenge is from Christina at Supernatural Budgets, and since this is really the only savings challenge I think I have in the A6 envelope, I just stuck it in here to act as my buffer. I'll play it until it's done, and then once the game itself is done, the money will sit, oh, I need to erase those. The money will sit in here until, or in the savings account, I guess, until it's spent, and then we'll play it again. Alright. This one is another lower priority one. This one is going to be, these envelopes are also from Christina at Supernatural Budgets. Eventually I'll go through all my envelopes and let y'all know who they're from if they still have them. That one is for gifts for other people's birthdays, really, or like my daughter likes to get her friends gifts for like Valentine's Day and stuff like that. Debt, this is not going to be, this is going to reflect how much we have in the savings account ready to pay off larger debts. Once I figure out how much that's going to be that's allotted to pay off the larger debt, or I'll just put money in here from each paycheck that we set aside for extra debt. Support small. This is for all my, besties who have Etsy shops or their own websites and stuff like that. Once I get some money in here, I'll start purchasing some new supplies, maybe. This is for my channel. Earlier, or before, I was saving money in here. I was saving $1 for every subscriber I had. I don't have the funds to catch that up again. I do, but I don't want to take all of the money out of the account. So we're going to start over, save a little bit at a time, and when we get to $100 in here, I will do a giveaway. This is for additional savings. Obvious, like, just any additional savings, like on top of what's going to be in a savings account for the envelopes. Crafts and hobbies kind of go together, but this one I thought I could do like at-home crafts, or this one might go away, I don't know. Back to school is what this envelope is for. That's obvious. What, school supplies, maybe clothes, backpacks, all that fun stuff, shoes. This one is for date night. My kids are older. My husband and I can actually go on dates now. So we're gonna start saving. We could always go on dates, but my kids are older and they don't necessarily like care to be with us all the time. And this one is for obviously witchy stuff. I'm sure a lot of you know I lean toward the spiritual / witchy side of a belief system. I will never ever tell you that what you believe is wrong, and I hope that none of you do the same with me. We all have our own path, and this is mine. I had been a Christian. At one point I was baptized in the Baptist church and the Christian church. So I'm not against any religion. Believe what you need to believe what you want to believe. Just allow me the same courtesy. I'm not going to go too overly crazy with it here. I might show you a little bit of witchy stuff. Like crystals incorporate, kitchen witchery, which everybody does. It's just called something, for most of you, it's called cooking dinner for your family. So kitchen witchery incorporates a little bit more than that. Just setting intention into the food that you're creating and preparing for your family to consume, all that stuff. But I'm never gonna throw it down or shove it down your throat. It's just some people might find it interesting, and we want to assist them on their path, if that's what works for them. Next, yes, these are boobs on here. This is one of my favorite binders. This is the yearly savings challenge from Baddies and Budgets. I hope to do this all year long too. This will go into extra debt probably. My husband saw that $15,000 and kind of had a panic attack. So we're going to do our best to get that paid off. I've been slowly chipping away at it, but we're not quite there yet. This one is Jordan Budgets. Monthly savings challenges. All the extra envelopes that I had, I put them in there. You just save $50 a month. Come on. Yeah, it's just $50 a month. So we're gonna do that one also. Figure that one can maybe go into family fun. And then finally, this is another low priority. I guess I missed this one. Holidays. This is probably gonna be the buffer, the holiday buffer. But I've got envelopes for, this whole binder is holidays. I've got envelopes for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all the summer holidays. So this one will probably get a little more money. This one will probably get a little more money. Nope, it's this one. Halloween, because Halloween is huge here. Not usually for Germany. Did some research on it. Germans don't celebrate Halloween. Well, at least not around here. They don't celebrate themselves. They do horror walks and things like that. And they've kind of adopted, the trick-or-treating thing. But I live in a heavily Catholic area of Germany. And a lot of them don't celebrate Halloween, which is perfectly fine. But I had like 400 pieces of candy, at least 400 pieces of candy, and 400 glow sticks, and we were done. We were out. We had so many trick-or-treaters, we were out in an hour and a half. Started at 5, we were in the house by 7 o'clock. There were so many people, and a lot of them were German locals. They come in droves. It's crazy. And a lot of them want American candy, like that we can buy from the PX on post, that they don't have here. Like they would, because we also bought German candy for people like who don't always get German candy. So, but they would search through our bowl looking for American specific candy. It was funny. And then I have Thanksgiving, and then my daughter's birthday. This would be hers. My daughter's birthday in June, like I said. My son's birthday in August, and then mine and my husband's birthday in December. My husband and I, our birthdays are 1 day apart. Mine is Christmas Day, his is the day after Christmas, so we just usually celebrate together. And then there's nothing in there just yet, but this one I also got from Jazz Baddies and Budgets. It's the senior binder. My son is a junior this year, he'll be a senior next year. And this is just to save for his senior year. So, come on now. So for things like senior fees, I know this year their senior fees were like $100, I think. Application fees, he's got one college in mind or one technical school in mind, but we'll go ahead and save some for application fees. And the trackers inside that you can see right here, these are also from Christina at Supernatural Budgets. Homecoming, he didn't go to homecoming in the fall. I don't know if he'll go his senior year, maybe. Senior pictures, prom. I don't know if they do a senior trip or party, whatever. If they don't, then we'll save this for his graduation party. And then finally, graduation. So probably invitations. His graduation gift, cap and gown, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, like I said, I will be doing the rhinestones. I'll be doing copy money. I've got more coming in today or tomorrow. Some of those envelopes might get stuffed with euros. I haven't decided if I'm going to send them back yet or not, because the euro and the dollar don't always match in value. So we'll see. We'll see. Trying to think if there was anything else I was going to say, or if it was just kind of an introduction into what we're going to be saving for 2024, just to dip my toe in. I know this video is going to be like 30 minutes, and I super duper apologize just for me to go through my binders and not actually stuff any cash. I apologize. Soon I will give you guys a room tour of my little crafty witchy room down here. Again, like I said, I'm going to try to incorporate a little bit of baby witchery, I guess, in here, or novice witchery, depending on if you like calling yourself a baby or not. But again, it's going to be nothing too crazy. I'm not going to do, you know, spells and hexes and curses and, you know, all that kind of stuff. That's not me. I do, like I said, a lot of kitchen witchery type stuff. I try to work with crystals. Biggest goal is to respect the earth, and she'll respect you back, respect your ancestors, and they'll help protect you and steer you in the right direction and make sure you're following a path that is good and makes sense for you. I may incorporate some more savings challenges into some of my binders, just to make saving for some of those bigger categories a little more fun. We'll see. Let's turn you over. I don't want to get flagged by the tube. So yeah, I think that's it for this one. Here, like I said, we might do a house tour, we might do a room tour, desk tour once I get it all packed up, or not packed up, all unpacked and set up. Right now I just have my computer set up, and yeah, that's about it. My husband even has to switch out one of my monitors because one of them doesn't work. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hopefully it's not another year until my next video. Bye guys. Thank you.